So that's the difference between the material consciousness and spiritual consciousness. So if we are feeling, envious and all that, then it is not a good sign that we are, making progress. Yes? Who asked this question?
Was Debalay Nandi. Debalay Nandi Bhakta.
All right, what's the next question?
So Jani Prabhu is asking here in the chat box, on behalf of Ronit Indirala Prabhu. So one, what is the difference between a Brahmana and a Vaishnava? Because Brahmanas serve the absolute truth and the Vaishnava also serve the absolute truth. So that's the first question. It has two.
Brahmana and Vaishnava. So in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 42, these are the qualities of the Brahmin.
Shamodamastapa shaucham kshanti rajavam evacha jnanam vijnanam astikyam brahma karma svabhavajam.
So there are about here 9 qualities.
Translation: peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmanas work.
So there are 9 here, but if you go to the Bhagavatam, 7, 9, 10, so you see here, if a Brahmana has all 12 of the Brahminical qualification. So these 12 qualifications mentioned in the CC, So in the Bhagavad Gita, there are 9. In the CC, this verse, I will take that verse out for you. The purport of that verse just now, you see that purport is given.
I'll read the translation. And
so the translation of that, you go down for do you see this? Come on. Yeah, see this verse?
Jnanam cha satyam chadam ashrutam cha hiyamat saryam rish titikshas nasuya yangyas chadanam chatrite shamascha mahavrata dvadasha brahmanasya.
So this verse, can you go back and do a search? So the translation of this verse, okay, so go here. So these qualities are explained here in this verse.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see here in this verse that now we took out the 12 qualities. So these are the qualities of the Brahman.
Who would like to read? Sami Prabhu,
I can read.
continue. Okay, Jani Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. A Brahmana must be perfectly religious. He must be truthful and he must be able to control his senses. He must execute severe austerities and he must be detached, humble, and tolerant. He must not envy anyone and he must be expert in performing sacrifice and giving whatever he has in charity. He must be fixed in devotional service and expert in the knowledge of the Vedas. These are the 12 qualifications for Brahmana.
So now if you go, this is 12. The Brahmin only has got 12 qualities, And a Brahmana, not necessarily he only be a devotee of Krishna. A Brahmana can be devoted to Brahman or to Paramatma or to Bhagavan, right? Whereas a devotee is only devoted to Krishna. That's why it's called Vaishnava, servant of Vishnu. You understand? So now the qualification of a devotee is explained in this verse 5:12, 5:18:12. So here there are 26 qualities are given here. So these are the qualities of the Vaishnava. So the Brahmin only got 12 qualities. Vaishnava now here has got 26 qualities. You see? You can read. Anyone want to read? Hello?
Jani Prabhu, I think you can continue reading.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. He is very kind to everyone. He does not make anyone his enemy. He is truthful. He is equal to everyone. No one can find any fault in him. He is magnanimous. He is mild. He is always clean. He is without possession. He works for everyone. Benefit. He is very peaceful. He is always surrendered to Krishna. He has no material desire. He is very meek. He is steady. He controls his senses. He does not eat more than required. He is not influenced by the Lord's illusory energy. He offers respect to everyone. He does not desire any respect for himself. He is very grave. He is merciful. He is friendly. He is poetic. He is expert. He is silent.
So here you see this quality, number 12. So this is the quality of a Vaishnava. He is always surrendered to Krishna. Now here there are 26 qualities. But when Krishna was speaking to Dhruva, he was saying that there are 28 qualities that you can go. 11, 11, 29, 32. So these are the qualities that is spoken by Krishna to Uddhava. So here the 28 qualities are described by the Lord.
So read this verse.
So you see in the purport, Bhaktisiddhanta was saying that you can go down first. No, go back. Yeah. Can you see here, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying that the 17th quality, Mat Sharanam, or taking complete shelter of Krishna, is the most important and the other 27 qualities automatically appear in one who has become a pure devotee of the Lord. So that's now we're at 5, 8, and 12. So here Krishna is saying the same thing. You can see Kripalu, Akrita Droha. So you can read all this, I'm showing you the verse, you got your time, you can go and read. So we're going to the 17 one. Go to the number 17. See again, Mat Sharanam. A devotee does not take pleasure in anything except serving Lord Krishna and is constantly attentive in the execution of duty. A devotee knows that only Lord Krishna can protect him and engage him in useful work. So this is the difference between a Vaishnava and a Brahmin. You understand this?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very faint, huh? The volume is low, I think. So who asked this question? Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear, Prabhu. Thank you very much.
So it's Jani Prabhu who asked on behalf of Ronit Indirala.
Yeah.
So that was
Yes.
the first question. So the second question is, are we proceeding to the next question?
Yeah.
Next question is, how can we practically prove that we are not that we are the soul and not the body?
Very simple. You go to 13, last verse, second last verse, 13, Bhagavad Gita.
I think 34.
What the last verse?
35 is the last one.
34.
34, like the sun illuminates the body.
Okay, 1334. So how we know we are not the body and we are, different from the body? So this is the answer, O son of Bharata. The sun alone illuminates all this universe. So does the living entity, one within the body, illuminate the entire body by consciousness. So the difference between the soul and the body is that the soul is conscious, whereas the body is unconscious. And because of the presence of the soul, the body is functioning. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
Understand? And the example is given like the sun. Now the sun is not there, it's all darkness. Correct?
Correct.
So in the Bhagavad Gita, in the second chapter, Prabhupada always quotes this verse, Avinasha Tadviddhi. (17).
That which pervades the entire body you should know to be indestructible. No one is able to destroy that imperishable soul.
So here it is again explained that the soul is giving that consciousness, So that's the difference between the soul and the body. The body is material, the soul is spiritual. That's why here Krishna is saying no one is able to destroy that imperishable soul. Hello.
Yes, sir.
So you can read the purport. The verse more clearly explains that the real nature of the soul.
Who would like to read?
Nobody volunteers.
Who would like to volunteer reading?
Nobody wants to read, huh? Why? What's the problem?
Yes, please go ahead.
This verse more clearly explains the real nature of the soul, which is spread all over the body. Anyone can understand this. what is spread all over the body. It is consciousness. Everyone is conscious of the pains and pleasures of the body, in part or as a whole. The spreading of consciousness is limited within one's own body. The pains and pleasures of one body are unknown to another. Therefore, each and every body is the embodiment of an individual soul, and the symptom of the soul's presence is perceived as individual. Consciousness. This soul is described as 1/10,000th part of the upper portion of the hair point in size. The Svetasvatara Upanishad 5.9 confirms this. Balagra Satabhagasya Satata Kalpitasya cha Bhago Jivasa Vigneya Sachan Nanatya Kalpyate. When the upper point of a hair is divided into 100 parts, and again each of such part is further divided into 100 parts, each such part is a measurement of the dimension of the spirit soul. Similarly, the same version is stated. Keshagra Satabhagasya Satamsha Sadras Satmaka Jiva Sukshma Swarupo Yam Sankyatito Hi Chitkana. There are innumerable particles of spiritual atom, and which are measured as 1/10,000th of the upper portion of the hair. Therefore, the individual particle of the spirit soul is a spiritual atom smaller than the material atoms, and such atoms innumerable. This very small spiritual spark is a basic spiritual spark is spread all over the body as the influence of the active principle of some medicine spreads throughout the body. This current of the spirit soul is felt all over the body as consciousness, and that is a proof of the presence of the soul. Any layman can understand that the material body minus consciousness is a dead body, and this consciousness cannot be revived in the body by any means of material administration. Therefore, consciousness is not due to any amount of material combination, but due to the spirit soul. In the Mundaka Upanishad 3.1.9, the measurement of the atomic spirit soul is further explained. Eshonuratma chetasa veditvayo yasmin prana panchada samivivesha pranaischittam sarvam otam prajnam yasmin visuddhe vibhavati eshatma. The soul is atomic in size and can be perceived by perfect intelligence. This atomic soul is floating in the 5 kinds of air: prana, apana, vyana, samana, and udana. Is situated within the heart and spread its influence all over the body of the embodied divine entities. When the soul is purified from the contamination of the 5 kinds of material air, its spiritual influence is exhibited. The Hatha Yoga system is meant for controlling the 5 kinds of air, encircling the pure souls by different kinds of sitting postures, not for any material profit, but for liberation of the minute soul from the entanglement of the material atmosphere. So the constitution of atomic soul is admitted in all Vedic literatures, and it is also actually felt in the practical experience of any sane man. Only the insane man can think of this atomic soul as all-pervading Vishnu Tattva. The influence of atomic soul can be spread all over a particular body. According to the Mundaka Upanishad, this atomic soul is situated in the heart of every living entity, and because the measurement of atomic soul is beyond the perception of beyond the power of appreciation of the material scientists, some of them assert foolishly that there is no soul. The individual atomic soul is definitely there in the heart along with the super soul, and thus all the energies of bodily movement are emanating from this part of the body. The corpuscles which carry the oxygen from the lungs gather energy from the soul. When the soul passes away from this position, the activity of the blood generating fusion ceases. Medical science accepts the importance of the red corpuscles, but it cannot ascertain that the source of the energy is the soul. Medical science, however, does admit that the heart is the seat of all energies of the body. Such atomic particles of the spirit world are compared to the sunshine molecules. In the sunshine, there are innumerable radiant molecules. Similarly, the fragmental parts of the Supreme Lord are atomic sparks of the rays of Supreme Lord and called by the name Prabha or superior energy. So, whether one follows Vedic knowledge or modern science, one cannot deny the existence of spirit soul in the body, and the science of soul is explicitly described in the body, and the science of the soul is explicitly described in the Bhagavad Gita by personality of Godhead himself.
So now we have understood that what is the material, the spiritual soul. It is equated to consciousness. Then what is the body? The body is described here in this 10 to 27. So this is the breakdown of the body. This is spoken by, I think it's Narada to Vasudev.
Hare Krishna. One can keep reading.
Hello.
Hare Krishna Guru. The body, the total body, and the individual body are the same composition, may figuratively be called the original tree. From this tree, which fully depends on the ground of material nature, come two kinds of fruit: the enjoyment of happiness and the suffering of distress. The cause of the tree, forming its three roots, is association with the three modes of material nature: goodness, passion, and ignorance. The fruits of bodily happiness have four tastes: religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation, which are experienced through five senses for acquiring knowledge in the midst of six circumstances: lamentation, illusion, old age, death, hunger, and thirst. The seven layers of bark covering the tree are skin, blood, muscle, fat, bone, marrow, and semen. And the eight branches of the tree are the five gross and the three subtle elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. The tree of the body has nine hollows: the eyes, the ears, the nostrils, the mouth, the rectum, and the genitals, and the 10 leaves, the 10 airs passing through the body. In this tree of the body, there are two birds. One is the individual soul, and the other is super soul.
So this is the breakdown of the body. Now this body can only move if the soul is inside the body. You understand? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
Who asked this question?
So this was asked, again, it was Jani Prabhu who asked on behalf of Ronit Hindirala.
Oh, so you understand this, the difference?
Yes, Prabhu, I understand.
So what's the next question?
We have Varun Prakash who's asking, Hare Krishna Prabhu Dhanva Pranam, or Krishna Prabhupada, what will be the benefit in devotion by coming to full-time service as a brahmachari? Please inspire and guide me, Prabhuji.
So our promise to the Lord when we are in the womb of the mother is that when I come out this time, I'm not going to waste my time in doing anything else but surrendering to you completely. There's a verse on that. I think it is 331. Because he's suffering inside the womb of the mother. 3, 13, 12. 12, 13, 14, you see how the soul is praying.
We start from 12.
3, 31, 12, 13, 14.
So whoever asked the question can read.
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. The human soul say, I take shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who appears in his various eternal form and walk on the surface on the world. I take shelter of him only because he can give me relief from all fear, and from him I have received this condition of life, which is just befitting my impious activities.
Keep reading.
I, the pure soul, appearing how bound by my activities. I am lying in the womb of my mother by the arrangement of Maya. I offer my respectful obeisance unto him who is also here with me, but who is unaffected and changeless. He is unlimited, but he is perceived in the repentant heart. To him I offer my respectful obeisance.
Please continue.
Until 21.
I will. You keep reading until verse 21, Prabhu. I'll go to the chapter page. You at 14 now.
Hello?
Varun Prabhu, you can keep reading 14 until 21.
He's not hearing me. Maybe his connection is not good.
Varun Prabhu?
Someone else
Yes,
want to read?
yes. Hare Krishna. I am separated from the Supreme Lord because of my being in this material body, which is made of five elements, and therefore my qualities and senses are being misused. Although I am essentially spiritual, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental to material nature and the living entities, because he is devoid of such a material body, and because he is always glorious in his spiritual qualities, I offer my obeisance unto him. The human soul further prays the living entity is put under the influence of material nature and continues a hard struggle for existence on the path of repeated birth and death. This conditional life is due to his forgetfulness of his relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, without the Lord mercy, how can he again engage in the transcendental loving service of the Lord? No one other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the localized Paramatma, the partial representation of the Lord, is directing all inanimate and animate object. He is present in the three phases of time, past, present, and future. Therefore, the conditioned soul is engaged in different activities by his direction, and in order to get free from the threefold miseries of this conditional life, we have to surrender unto him only. Fallen into a pool of blood, stool, and urine within the abdomen of his mother. His own body is caused by the mother's gastric fire, and the embody its soul, anxious to get out, count his month and prays, "O my Lord, when shall I, a wretched soul, be released from this confinement? My dear Lord, by your causeless mercy, I am awakened to consciousness, although I am only 10 months old. For this causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the friend of all fallen souls, there is no way to express my gratitude but to pray with folded hands." The living entity in other type of bodies sees only by instinct. He knows only the agreeable, the disagreeable senses perceptions of the particular body. But I have body in which I can control my senses and can understand my destination. Therefore, I offer my respectful obeisance to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, by whom I have been blessed with his body, and by whose grace I can see him within and without. Therefore, my Lord, although I am living in a terrible condition, I do not wish to depart from my mother's abdomen to fall again into the blind well of materialistic life. Your external energy, called Devamaya, and once captures the newly born child, immediately falls identification, which is the beginning of the cycle of continual birth and death begins. Therefore, without being agitated any more, I shall deliver myself from the darkness of nescience with the help of my friend, clear consciousness. Simply by keeping the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu in my mind, I shall be saved from entering into the womb of many mothers from repeated birth and death. Therefore, without being agitated,
Yeah, we finished already.
So you see how we are praying that moment we come out, we will take up the service of Krishna seriously. Hmm?
yes, Prabhuji.
So now we are out, we are debating whether I should do it or not. This is not fair, isn't it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you see how important that we should kind of come back to Krishna consciousness as soon as we can, because we have to keep taking bodies after bodies if we don't surrender to Krishna. Hmm? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Only thing that we need to do is to somehow or other become a devotee of Krishna. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
And if you go to doing work and doing all these things, and then you get entangled in a family, and then it's going to take a lot of your time away from Krishna. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Especially in that verse 588, you see? 558. 558. You see this, what happens?
Yes. The attraction
Can you
between male and female is the basic principle of material existence. On the basis of this misconception, which is tied together the heart of the male and female, one becomes attracted to his body, home, property, children, relatives, and wealth. In this way, one increases life illusion and think in terms of I and mine.
see that? Hmm? Understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you must understand, the quickly we can go back to Krishna, that'll be better. Why we should go and do all the other things? Now you know. If you don't know, that's another thing, no? Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
Why you want to give some time away, especially to material things, that will entangle you, no?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Huh? Correct?
Correct, Prabhuji.
Hmm. One life, you give to Krishna. So many lives you are doing so many things. Now this one life you make a vow. I'm not going to do anything but Krishna consciousness. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
When Bharat Maharaj, he fell down as a deer, he became very disturbed, no? Because he wanted to give everything to Krishna. So he was praying like this, 5, 8, 29. You read
In the bo-
slow.
in the body of in the body of a deer, Bharat Maharaj began to lament, "What misfortunate! I have fallen from the path of the self-realized. I gave up my real son, wife, and home to advance in spiritual life, and I took shelter in a solitary, holy place in the forest. I became self-controlled and self-realized, and I engaged constantly in devotional service, hearing, thinking, chanting, worshipping, and remembering the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Vasudev, I was successful in my attempt, so much so that my mind was always absorbed in devotional service. However, due to my personal foolishness, my mind again became attached, this time to a deer. Now I have obtained the body of a deer and have fallen far from my devotional practices."
You understand?
Yes,
Huh?
Prabhuji.
So we do not know. He knows he has fallen down as a deer. Do you know what you were in your last life? Hello?
No, Prabhuji.
Uh, do you want to keep taking birth again and again? Uh,
Yes, Prabhuji.
yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So better not make the mistake again. Why want to do part time when you can do full time? Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Correct.
Correct, Prabhuji.
Uh, yes or not?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm. So we should quickly try to capture the lotus feet of Krishna and not get entangled materially. Because you go and get entangled in the fruitive activities, then your mind will become contaminated. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can see 5. I think 5, 5, 16, 17.
Keep reading, Prabhu.
If someone is ignorant and addicted to the path of samsara, how can one is actually learn, merciful and advance in spiritual knowledge, engage him in fruitive activities, and thus further engage entangle him in material existence? If a blind man is walking down to wrong path, how can a gentleman allow him to continue on his way to danger? How can he approve this method? No, no wise or kind man can allow this.
Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
So why don't you surrender completely to Krishna? Why Krishna says, if you surrender to me, I'll take care of everything.
Yes, Guruji.
Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
What is it that others can give you that Krishna cannot give you? Huh? Yes.
Correct, Guruji.
So you must have that faith, no?
Yes, Guruji.
Hmm? So try to surrender as soon as you can. Why you have to
Yes,
take
Guruji.
time? Hmm?
Yes, Guruji.
Uh, yes.
Yes, Guruji.
In fact, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has ordered anyone who has taken birth in India, his job is to become a devotee and preach Krishna consciousness. This is an order from God, Krishna himself. Yes.
Yes, Guruji.
So whose order you want to follow? The order of your mind or the order of Krishna?
Krishna, Guruji. Krishna and Rupa.
Uh, correct. Because you follow Krishna, then you never be lost. Yeah?
Yes, Guruji.
Bhagavad Gita 1858.
If you become conscious of me, you will pass over all the obstacle of conditioned life by my grace. If, however, you do not work in such a consciousness, but act through false ego, not hearing me, you will be lost.
Hmm. Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Ah. So why don't you surrender? Hmm? Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Huh? You have what, parents to take care or something? Huh? Hello?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You have parents to take care.
Yes, Prabhuji.
You don't have anybody else in the house?
No, Prabhuji. I'm only son and one sister.
Oh, you're the only one, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you pray to Prabhupada and Krishna and see how they help you. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hmm. So initially you start practicing first and then slowly work your way. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Ah. Okay, other questions?
Thank you,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So here we have Pratham Mishra, who is saying, I'm a Brahmin by birth and I had Yagyopavitam Samskara when I was 13 at Puri. It was just for formality and my family is not serious about it. Are there any rituals that I must do as bearing the Janeu? Also, I go to ISKCON temple, which is nearby my home.
No, this cooler thing, it is not very much authorized, you know. Hmm? If someone is initiated by a non-Vaishnava, he can still go to hell. You know, you must get again initiated by a proper devotee. Hmm? Understand? Otherwise, it doesn't work. Hmm?
Pratham Mishra, if you would like to read here. So this
Hare
is
Krishna.
something- it's from the Narada Pancharatra. So you can read the translation.
The screen is not visible.
Pratham Prabhu, can you read? Can you see the? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, Pratham Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. One who is initiated into a mantra by a non-Vaishnava must go to hell. Therefore, he should again be initiated properly, according to the prescribed method by a Vaishnava guru. It is the duty of the bona fide spiritual master to examine carefully the qualification of the disciple, and the disciple should similarly approach a bona fide spiritual master. Otherwise, the foolish disciple and the indiscriminate guru may both be punished by the law of nature.
So do you understand that?
Actually, Prabhuji, I was not initiated. It was the sacred thread ceremony which was given to me.
Sacred threat means initiation, you know.
Okay.
Understand? When you get initiated into Brahminical order, then you are given the sacred threat.
Yes.
So now your sacred threat is not bona fide, you know.
Okay.
Brahminical thing is by qualification, no,
Yes.
not by birth, you know. That is not accepted, no.
Yes. Yes.
So my recommendation is that you start practicing seriously, start chanting 16 rounds, following the 4 principles, And
Okay.
then, you may again get connected by a bona fide spiritual master like Prabhupada.
Okay,
Yes?
Prabhuji.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you work yourself to getting qualified. Yes?
Yes, Prabhuji.
You can contact our devotees. You can put your name down in here and they will put you in the group and they will help you make spiritual advancement. Yes? So are you in the group?
Yes, I am in the group.
Very good. So you stay there and you ask all your relevant questions and they will help you. Okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Good.
Thank you very much, Pratham Prabhu. So we have Sanchit Prabhu, who says, I have a couple of personal questions I was hoping to ask Sundar Gopāl Prabhu. One, I become unwell sometimes. I keep having doubts of intense disassociation because of trauma. Is it bouts of intense dissociation because of trauma, and it's a terrifying experience to have. I understand that you're not a doctor or therapist, but I was hoping that you can please recommend a way to cope with this affliction based on the scriptures.
So you see, this pain is when we identify with the body. So when we come to our spiritual position as a soul, then no pain can disturb us. So that means we have to come to the spiritual level, the Brahma Bhuta platform. So when you come to the Brahma Bhuta platform, then you're always happy. And even you get into a painful situation, you're not disturbed. You understand?
Yes.
So this can only happen if you become very attached to chanting Krishna's name and transcend the bodily consciousness.
Yes.
And that means you have to become serious in practicing the 4 principles and chanting 16 rounds.
Yes.
If you do that, then you will have no problem overcoming any amount of pain. There's a state in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, text 23. It says here, 21 to 24. Okay, you can see here in this verse, establish that whatever departs from the truth, and upon gaining this, he thinks there's no greater gain. You see?
Yes.
Then you see here, being situated in such a position, one is never shaken, even in the midst of greatest difficulty. This is indeed actual freedom from all miseries arising from material contact. So you now have to learn how to become detached from this material body. That's the only solution. And that can only be done if you transcend the 3 modes of material nature and understand that you are a servant of Krishna. But if you maintain yourself in the bodily concept, not following the rules and regulations, not chanting, then it's going to be very difficult. So whenever you are put into extreme difficulty, then you will break down. You understand?
Yeah. Yes.
You follow? Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he was put into extreme difficulty. He didn't bother. Because he was beyond the body. Oh, Prahlad is a pure devotee, Prabhu, my position, how? No, if you practice sincerely the rules and regulations and Krishna in the heart, the moment you can feel for Krishna, then this pain will just subside. That's the success. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
What's the next question?
So his next question is, the social isolation I'm experiencing is near unbearable. I'm thinking of returning to work in order to have social interaction with the other employees. However, if I'm at work during the day, I'll have significantly less time to practice Krishna consciousness. Is it advisable to return to work?
Why you have to go there if you can just now try to engage yourself? Maybe you can just get some books and sit in some book table somewhere. And that way you will interact with the public by preaching. That is also work. Huh? Not
I'm not
necessary
qualified.
to go to work. Huh?
I'm not qualified.
Well, just to hand out a book, what's the problem? Anybody can do that. Right?
Yes.
You book a book table and just sit behind, and if someone comes, you give him a book. How much qualification you need for that?
Yes, Prabhu.
And then if
Yes.
someone is talking, you can talk to them.
Yes, Prabhu.
Oh, not necessary you must go and work, then only you can associate, no?
Yes,
Right?
Prabhu. Yes.
Did you try this and see whether you can make progress?
Yes, Prabhu.
What is the next question?
His third question is,
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
was too... Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, Prabhu.
Okay, yeah, he has a third question. So Sanchit Prabhu is asking, I was too upset to read for the past several days. How should I read when I'm feeling too upset?
Just pick up the book and just read, whatever book you like. Any book you like, you just read again. It requires some determination. Because when you get very much in pain, you try to blame it on Krishna. But the real person to blame is us ourselves, because we are, responsible for whatever we are going through. That's explained in this verse. 10, 14. What is that? Tate Nukampa. 10, 14, 8, I think.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm one question, please.
Yes, one moment. So Prabhu is quoting a verse
Oh,
in reply
oh,
to
excuse
the...
me, Prabhu.
So this is 10:14,
Sorry.
8. So you can read.
In the stage of perfection called trance
Sorry.
or something.
Sorry, excuse me, this one. Sorry.
My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds, and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim.
You see here, the one should, patiently suffering now. Yes.
Yes.
So actually there's no suffering, The moment you remember Krishna, then the suffering goes away. Everybody can tell you that. How much you suffer, you just try to chant and remember Krishna, then the pain will subside.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
You try this, then you should be no problem for you. Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
Because every one of us have to pay back this karma, Yes, what we have done. Yeah?
Yes, Prabhu.
So let us try to take shelter of the Lord. Because
my questions have been answered.
yes. You can see that, show you another verse, 11:48. So, okay. Yeah.
Please read this verse, Prabhu.
My dear Lord, for one who is being cruelly burned in the blazing fire of material miseries, having fallen into the network of material existence, I do not see any other possible shelter besides your 2 lotus feet, which are a shower of nectar extinguishing the fire of suffering.
Next one.
Material existence is like an ocean that is extremely difficult to cross. The conditioned souls have fallen into this ocean, which is not cool, but rather burns them with the fire of misery. For one who has fallen into this sea and desires to get out, there is no other rescue boat except the constant relishing within oneself of the pastime narrations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. What is the use of the yoga system, philosophical speculation, mere renunciation of the world, or Vedic studies? In fact, what is the use of any so-called auspicious process without Lord Krishna, who is the source of our very existence?
Understand? Love.
Yes.
So don't think we are in a fun place, Krishna himself said this is a place of miseries, Yes?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna never said we are in a happy place, But that doesn't mean that we cannot become happy. The only solution is to again take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
And again, once you take shelter of Krishna, then there's no need for Krishna to punish us.
Yes, Prabhu.
Even if one in prison, the moment he reformed, then he's not put into all the, torturous thing in the prison, they're given life sentence and they're allowed to roam freely and even in the prison, yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So why not we take shelter of Krishna? Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
That answer your question?
Completely, yes.
Thank you very much, Sanchit Prabhu. So I believe Janu Prabhu wanted to speak. Is it the same question as what you've put in the comment section concerning morning program? So I'll just proceed in order. So yeah, in the comment section, we have Jani Prabhu who is asking, how can I motivate and encourage devotees to wake up early in the morning and chant japa and take advantage of the Brahma Muhurta? If you can kindly elaborate about the importance of morning programs, please.
So, if you want to transcend the 3 modes of material nature, then you must come to the mode of goodness. That means to become religious. And this is the first step to become to the mode of goodness. So when you become to the mode of goodness, then you will get God consciousness, you become pious, you become religious, you develop the qualities in the mode of goodness, and then finally you will cross over to the mode of pure goodness. But if you do not wake up in the morning, especially during the Brahma Muhurta time, and if you wake up after the sunrise, then you will be inflicted by the mode of passion and ignorance. So when you get into mode of passion and ignorance, you will develop all the demonic qualities. That's explained. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says in chapter 16, the mode of passion develops into all the demonic qualities. Next verse.
Prabhu Jani, it's your question.
So these are all the passionate qualities. You can go to 11:25.
En fait, il s'est adressé à toi, Prabhu Jani, il a répondu à ta question.
2 to 5.
On n'entend pas ce que tu dis.
So you see
On
here
n'entend pas
the
ce que tu dis.
qualities of passion and the qualities of goodness. Hmm? See here the qualities that in goodness, mind and sense control, tolerance, discrimination, sticking to one prescribed duty, truthfulness, mercy, these all are Brahminical quality, you know. Careful study of the past and future, satisfaction in any condition, generosity, renunciation of sense gratification, faith in the spiritual master, when embarrassed at improper action, charity, simplicity, humbleness, and satisfaction within oneself are the qualities in the mode of goodness. So when you come to the mode of goodness, you develop all these good qualities. Then, material desire, you see, great endeavor, audacity, dissatisfaction even in gain, false pride, praying for material advancement, considering oneself different and better than others, sense gratification, rest, eagerness to fight, a fondness for hearing oneself praised, the tendency to ridicule others, advertising one's own prowess, justifying one's action by one's strength, are qualities in the mode of passion, you see. And if you carry on more and more, you go to the mode of ignorance, and you see intolerant anger, stinginess, speaking without scriptural authority, violent hatred, living as a parasite, hypocrisy, chronic fatigue, always tired, always sick, always stressed out, quarrel, you see, quarreling, lamentation, illusion, unhappiness, depression, sleeping too much, false expectation, fear, and laziness constitute the major qualities in the mode of ignorance. So you see how you get, carried away all these bad qualities. So if you want to get bad quality, then you don't practice this waking up in the morning and, doing the morning program. You understand? Hello? If you don't practice, you get demonic qualities. If you take up the mode of goodness, the morning program, you become purified and you come to the Brahma Bhuta platform. You understand?
Prabhuji, can you tell the which slok it is? I'm not able to find it.
It is Canto 11, chapter 25, text 2 to 5 together.
But that is what? 11, 13, 2, 3.
11, 13.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hare Krishna.
You got the verse? Can you read this?
Yeah, I'm a question, Prabhu.
Yes, no.
What do you say?
Yes.
Another question.
Now, can you read this now first?
Amari Prabhu, are you capable of reading this?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Johnny Prabhu, tu peux pas traduire pour moi? S'il te plaît.
So this is
Faut que tu cellulaire.
Bhagavatam, Canto 11, chapter 13, Amari Prabhu. So you can maybe...
Oh, okay. Excuse me. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Text 1. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, the three modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance, pertain to material intelligence and not to the spirit soul. By development of material goodness, one can conquer the modes of passion and ignorance, and by cultivation of transcendental goodness, one may free oneself even from material goodness.
You see that? Huh?
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. Now, next, you read the next one.
Next two. Next
Yeah,
two.
read. Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. Excuse me, my English is not is not good.
Someone want to help him read?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
When the living entity becomes strongly situated in the mode of goodness, then religious principles characterized by devotional service to me becomes prominent. One can strengthen the modes of goodness by cultivation of those things that are already situated in the goodness, and thus religious principles arise.
See, this is why you must be in the mode of goodness. So you become religious. Religious means what? To accept God, not atheistic. You see, if you go mode of passion and ignorance, you become atheistic, averse to God. That's bad. Then you read on.
The religious principles, strengthened by the modes of goodness, destroy the influence of passion and ignorance. When passion and ignorance are overcome, the original cause, the religion, is quickly vanquished.
See? So if you don't do a morning program, strong morning program, then you will become gone. You understand?
Yes,
Hello?
According to the
Huh?
yes, bro.
Fighting
Sorry.
and quarreling will start if you don't practice this. Understand? Hello?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
So you want to be fighting and quarreling? Then don't wake up in the morning. You want to become unlucky? Huh? Hello?
No, I don't want.
Then don't wake up. Yes?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yeah, it's very clear. Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Good.
Thank you very much. We have Subham Barman, who says, my question is, should listen to Bhagavad Gita lectures of Srila Prabhupada first, and after that read the purport of it? Or first I should read purport and then listen to the lecture of that shloka? Please guide me, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Well, you should read first the sloka and then the translation and then the purport. And if you hear Prabhupada classes, then it goes in that order anyway. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you first read the sloka and then read the translation and then you read the purport. That way you will understand what Prabhupada is talking about, You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
You go to the purport, you may not know what Prabhupada is referring to, Correct?
Yes, Prabhu.
All right, that clear?
So Pratam Mishra is asking Prabhuji, but if everybody becomes brahmachari, then how will the world go on? Yudhishthir Maharaj was grihastha too, same for Arjuna, Dashrath. And if everyone becomes brahmachari, who will feed the brahmacharis and sannyasis?
Don't worry, that's not your problem. If everybody become brahmachari and sannyasi, Krishna says, I alone am taking care of everybody. Ishopanishad mantra 2. Isavasyam idam sarvam jagat kintyam jagatyam jagat. Ekoyo vidadati kaman. Krishna says, I alone maintaining all the living entities. Mantra 1.
Gotcha. So, Pratam Prabhu, can you read this?
Hare Krishna. Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong.
So try to understand, everything is maintained by the Lord. You understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
The grahastas may be giving the food, but who is giving them?
Yes, Prabhu.
Who? You are. Hello? Who is maintaining?
Krishna.
Huh? Yes. If everybody becomes sannyasis and brahmacharis and vanaprastha, Krishna say, I am maintaining everybody. For those who are dedicated to me, I carry what they lack and preserve what they have.
Yes, Prabhu.
So what? Krishna will not give? Are you feeding all the elephants and all the animals in the jungles? Hello? Hello?
No, Prabhu.
Who is maintaining them?
It is Krishna who is maintaining them.
Yes. Ekoyo vidadati kaman. Ekoyo, Krishna alone is maintaining the whole living entities. You understand?
And Prabhu, I also read somewhere that Prabhupada said we should think how we can serve Krishna and carry the orders of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu best. So if a person can stay in Grihast ashram and earn money, and through money he can serve Krishna and carry the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then should he leave Grihast ashram?
First and foremost, in order to go to the ashram, you need sanction of the guru, you know.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand? You don't make the decision, you know. You go and disclose your mind to the guru. Understand?
Yes, Prabhu.
Then the guru will decide, okay, you go and become a householder, or you know, you don't go, you still stay as a brahmachari. Your guru will tell you.
Okay.
Yes.
So if a person thinks that he should join brahmachari ashram, he cannot take decision by himself. He has to first ask the
It
guru.
is all, everything is done by the permission of the guru, you know.
And if a person is not initiated,
And let him practice first and get strong, you know.
okay, okay,
If he's not strong, then he goes into the grahastha ashram. He's associating with a woman, he will fall down.
yes, Prabhu,
Correct?
yes,
So brahmachari training is to help him get strength. So if he happen to change ashram, still he know what should do, what should not do, and also at the same time, he will help his wife.
yes, Prabhu.
You understand?
Yes. And Prabhuji, Srila Prabhupada once said that all men should become brahmacharis and all women should marry. So can you please explain what does this mean?
Yeah, then Prabhupada said, they asked Prabhupada how to do that. Prabhupada said, this is expert management.
Okay.
You understand? Ideally, we have to train everybody to become brahmacharis, but not everybody will make it, no?
Yes, yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
So, as long as he's trained to understand renunciation, so when he enters the householder ashram, he will always be thinking how to go back to the brahmachari life. He will be thinking, you know.
Yes.
For one who has got a higher taste, then he will always be waiting to give up the lower taste.
Yes, yes.
Householder ashram is not fun, you know. Don't think it is very fun, you know. Hello?
Yes, people think that they will enjoy women in Grihast ashram, but actually it is more difficult because you have to stay in the worldly affair and you have to be Krishna conscious.
Whether you are a householder or whatever, your priority is to become Krishna conscious.
Yes,
You
Prabhu.
understand? And when you go to the householder ashram, there's a lot of tendency for you to sleep away.
Yes, Prabhu.
First thing that happens is that you won't wake up in the morning.
Yes, Prabhu.
And we just read, if you don't wake up in the morning, what kind of qualities you will develop?
Yes, Prabhu.
Correct?
Yes, yes.
The dangerous ashram, don't think it is fun, you know. Just to feed the brahmachari and grahastha, I mean, sannyas, I will become a householder. That's nonsense.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hello?
Yes, Prabhu.
The idea is if you go into the ashram, that you have to help your wife to become Krishna conscious.
Yes, Prabhu.
You understand?
Yes, Prabhu. And Prabhu, one more question I had, it is a personal one. Actually, I became Krishna conscious by reading books of Prabhupada, but my parents are not supportive. They eat garlic and they also eat meat, and they also force me to eat. And actually, I don't. I'm vegetarian, but I still eat garlic and onion. So how should I like? What should I do? And I also have studies. So I'm struggling to balance everything.
So you are in the group, right? Are you in their group? Huh?
Yes, I'm in the group.
So reveal your mind to the group, and if anyone nearby you can help you, maybe they can bring prasadam for you or something. Huh?
Yes.
Where you stay?
Delhi NCR.
Delhi. Yeah.
Yeah, Delhi NCR, India.
Oh, so who is there nearby you who can help you?
Actually, there is a ISKCON temple, but it is not too near to my house.
So you can go and get food from them?
Yes. But actually, they don't allow me to go to temple, and they have like they are totally against the Krishna movement.
So what to do now? Either you cook yourself or something. Your parents won't allow that, right?
Yes, yes.
So for the time being, guess you have to patiently pray. Huh?
Yeah.
What we will do, what I'll do is that I will not eat the food now. So when you don't eat, then the parents will become very much attached. They think, oh, you're not eating, how, and the mother will start crying. I say, yeah, I cannot eat. You don't.
Actually,
You
they
don't
are they are slowly and they are slowly like my father chants Hare Krishna mantra because I told him many times. My mother listens to Hare Krishna mantra too, but they are progressing very slow.
Never mind, you tell them, no, you cook onion and eat as much, I don't care. But my plate don't put. That's all.
Yes.
You have to become firm, no? Yes?
Yes.
If you become okay, then they also think it's okay. Problem?
Yes. Yes, Prabhuji.
Understand?
Yes.
So you say, no, I'm not eating. Then they see you are eating rice and yogurt or something. Then they see, wow, this guy not eating the food. Huh?
Yes.
Then
Yes,
they will
Prabhuji.
stop putting the onion and garlic for you.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. Correct.
That you are weak, then they will take advantage.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes?
Yes.
So you try, okay?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Next question.
Hare Krishna. So is there any further questions anyone would like to ask?
Can unmute and talk, if anyone.
Hare Krishna, Sundar Gopāl, please accept my humble obeisances.
Accept mine too. All glories to you, all glories to Prabhupada.
Sorry for my late arrival. I'm very happy to see both you and Nimani Taprabu traveling.
Yeah, Nimai is my guru.
Evil.
Yeah. I'm being embarrassed because you're mentioning me, Manu Prabhu.
I mean, it's hard to miss your camera, Prabhu. It's very 1080p. My question is, and generally, we should display tolerance when we are facing it from outside forces that we cannot control. But sometimes we have to face, some sort of differences between devotees. Now, how far can one say that, there's tolerance and then there's, because I'm thinking, just looking at the history of ISKCON, some of the Gurukuli children, they were told, they should just tolerate, try to, accept, this position. But that was the wrong choice to do. So in those cases, those major cases, like child abuse or trying to bring up Krishna conscious children's in institution, what would be like, a better approach?
If you follow, like when they were following Prabhupada, there was no problem.
Yes.
So now ISKCON has gone completely off track.
Yes.
So when you go there and try to follow them, then you're going to be like boarding a stone boat, no?
Yes.
So the Gurukul fails, everything fails, because of their one point of disobeying Prabhupada. But if you accept Prabhupada and follow his system, then Krishna is also guiding everybody, no? So Krishna will help make things right. That Krishna promises. My devotee never perishes. Yes?
Yes.
So our first and foremost duty is to surrender wholly to our spiritual master, bona fide spiritual master. Then by his mercy, we get strength to overcome Krishna's Maya. You understand? To fight Krishna's Maya, you need strength, no? Just like Prahlad Maharaj, he tolerated his father. How did he do that? Because he got strength from Krishna. Yes?
Yes.
So you need strength, no? And strength comes by surrendering completely to our spiritual master and Krishna.
Yes.
On your
Yes.
own, how much you can tolerate? You can stop also, no? Correct? Yes?
Not so much.
Krishna's Maya is not so easy to overcome, no? Yes?
It's impossible, actually.
Yeah, that's why that verse I quote many times, 5:3:14. So you want to overcome Krishna's Maya, there's no way other than taking shelter of a pure devotee. You want to read that?
Yes. Translation. Dear Lord, unless one worships the loyalty of a great devotee, one will be conquered by the illusory energy, and the intelligence will be bewildered. Indeed, who has not been carried away by the waves of material enjoyment, which are like poison? Your illusory energy is unconquerable. No one can see the path of material energy or tell how it's worked.
So this is how it is. Maya is so powerful. The only hope we have is to take shelter of Prabhupada and Krishna. And when you discontinue that, and you can see what's happening in ISKCON. Everything is falling apart. Yes?
They lost their discrimination power.
They lost everything, Prabhu. Right? It is boarding stone boat. Nothing works. Everything Prabhupada has given, they try, it fails. You understand? By disobeying. You cannot go to the spiritual master and take what you like and, reject what you don't like, That's not surrender, Huh? You follow?
Yes. Yes.
Surrender means even you like or don't like, you have to do. These guys they're interpreting. You understand?
Whole lot of interpretation.
Correct. So we should not fall into their trap. We should show how tolerant, how Krishna said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Tranada Pisuni Chena, be tolerant like a tree. How to get these good qualities? We have to surrender.
So Prabhu, as we're following, and if there's some dangerous deviation against the orders of Prabhupada, just like in the example of the Guru Kulis and everything, One is it time for tolerance, and one is it time for speaking the truth.
I mean, you got to use your intelligence. You don't have one. You just chat with somebody you can confide with. Advanced devotee.
Yes.
Then we'll advise you accordingly. Don't do it. Do this. Do this.
Yes.
You understand? The Gurukul thing is a big mistake now, You see what has happened. Practically, there's no more Gurukul. Everybody is studying the curriculum of the karmis, school board. Right?
Yes.
So what to do? Huh? If you go to the ISKCON place, you get raped. It's better to go to the karmi school. What do you want to do? Both ways you're going to be raped.
This is a fact.
So you got to use your intelligence, protect the child,
Yes. Yes.
So be careful though. You don't have children for now, so don't worry, huh?
No, I don't have children, but later we have to teach children in the future. Maybe we'll grow big enough.
Yeah, maybe you can become our headmaster and make a proper
head janitor.
Right.
Yes, true.
So anyway, what to do? We are in material world. The whole world is messed up.
Yes.
But there's one good quality, that is to chant.
Yes.
Even if this Gurukul kid got messed up, if they take up the spiritual path, then everything is okay,
Yes.
Problem with them is that they're hopping on the wrongdoings that they had been through, You understand? Just like Bharat Maharaj, he fell down, He didn't keep cursing the deer whole life, This crazy deer, because of the crazy deer, I fell down. Do you know what happened? He just went forward, Prabhu. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu.
So, if you're intelligent, you take on life, move on, become more serious, make sure it doesn't happen, become a stronger devotee. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
But no, they're not doing that. They're hopping on it. Oh, the children are getting raped. The women are getting beaten. Nothing but this going on and on and on and on. There are going to be children raped. There are going to be women be beaten. But you shouldn't have to transcend that, How to do that? Set a better example. Show. Yes.
Yes.
Understand?
Yes.
This is the problem, They're not moving forward. They just, stagnant at this.
That's true.
So try to understand. This is the material world. It has happened. No point crying over spilled milk. Let's move on,
Yes.
And the best way is to not associate with such people. And Prabhupada already said that,
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Because anything they try will not work. Because they have gone against the order of Prabhupada.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes. Yes.
So let us move forward by doing the right thing then.
Yes.
Ask them to join us, Prabhu.
Yes.
Yes?
Thank you, Prabhu.
All right. Any last questions before we wrap up? Anybody? So please give your blessings to our devotees here in China. We are going through a rough time here, difficulties in many, many ways. Problem with the authorities and so many difficulties. So we are praying humbly to all of you, Vaishnavas. If you pray to Krishna, we may move forward. Thank you very much. Yes?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes. Thank you very much for your association.
Hare
Glory to
Krishna.
Prabhupada.
Are they like, being more strict with the officers, Prabhu? Are they trying to take away the temple?
Well, not for now, but most places they have dismantled temples and churches and mosques and everything, So because we are small, so it's not come to us yet. You understand? They're very demonic here. So please try, pray to Krishna for help. Okay.
Yes, actually, we should try to make a program now that, yes, we're doing japa session, but for those devotees who are in these hard conditions, we should try to always pray for them.
Yes, your prayers will go a long way, You just pray to Krishna for our progress here.
Yes.
All right then. Thank you all very much for your wonderful association. I hope you are pleased with the program.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Thank you. Chandra Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you very much, President Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu.